Vancouver area originally, but I was up in Bellingham for school and sort of emerged as a poet there. So this is actually my first time as a poet from where I'm from, reading. And these poems I'm going to read are from a collection that I have about myself, and they're really weird, and they're about technology, and yeah. So this first one is called The Internet is Nice. Ghost. He's filled automatically, waiting to be covered with the worst. Worse than any Apple product. I'll tour the internet, self-medicating by watching river monsters alone. So many hot people with big locks. Love and more chatty characters, waiting to stand up. I'm on you, then we were younger. Disguise him, leaving me for every time. It's a touch screen, real job, torn between awakened and waiting for a real job. I'll tour the yard, charge your sexuality every day, otherwise it's hard to turn off. Dropping your phone, I have no one. Sometimes you're feeling like the polar bear, or the common cold, or the spider, and yelling like a terrible musician. I'm a famous writer, new work shoes for a famous writer. The worst. I'm a god old blog, clandestine, wasting your time, waiting to carry humans. I have them all, slithy. They usually pay a famous writer. I get spam emails, need a lot more than human, pawing at Google. After sex humiliation, tears in his eyes, pawing at my arms, strong enough for me, struts into the wrong path. You taste it. I'm a breakup. The internet is filled with nuclear waste. My stomach rots open, waiting to explode. Ghost won't wait to hear back. When I'm a famous writer, I'll be super great. They are all saltwater. They are they. I am labyrinth. Ghosts know about the poems. Float up, they say, as they post. We are become verbs like Google. I'm a thing. All the internet is. Airplane mode is nice. My arms are an acceptance letter. I'm a book deal. Ghosts won't stop reading. This one's called When I'm a Haunted House. Don't make me get a real job. I have a crown and all, but I'm only the king of the race I invented when I was 12 to explain why I'm so strange. I want to be strong, hire an audience to watch me pick zits in my childhood bedroom. This is real poetry. I call iTunes tech support. I don't really need their help. I don't really use iTunes anymore. I call to talk. They ask me what I need help with. I tell them I need a friend or a man or a drink. They ask if there's anything they can help me with. I tell them about my cat and my grandpa and my poems, and they stay on the line, waiting for me to pause so they can ask if there's anything else they can help me with. I tell them about my ex-best friend and the things that men have done to us and the things that I, as a man, have done. They don't hang up or transfer me when I start crying. They ask me if there's anything else they can help with. I ask them just to stay on the line a little longer. And this last one is called, When I'm on a date with you and your blood alcohol level gets to be strong, I'm a famous writer, 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 I'm a famous writer. I sit on the floor in tears and watch as he dances with other men, and kisses other men, and fucks other men, and loves other men, and holds other men's hands in secret while waiting for the elevator. When I'm a famous writer, I'll stop writing. I'll run around wearing nothing at all or carrying a label maker. I'll label all of the water fountains make-out machine. I'll label office buildings sex club. I'll put labels on people too. The president will be labeled mega cutie. The mail carrier will be labeled best friend. The dentist will be labeled Mr., Mrs., Mix, Clean. I'll be labeled famous writer, or god of famous writers, or lonely. I'll label my cat rude. And my ex-best friend sorry, and my first love gratitude, and my parents Tom and Jerry respectively. I'll label my best friend's boobs January in the finisher because I think it's funny. I'll label my penis Robert Oppenheimer because I think it's funny. I hope I never run out of that weird plastic that labels are printed on. I hope I never have to stop. Thank you.
Thanks. I hope that you'll come back and read for us again. And now we're going to hear from Russ. Come on up, Russ.
For everyone, wow, there is a palpable magic going on. The words are flowing very well. This is beautiful. Sorry, I missed half of you. Jim, thank you for sharing your philosophy on teaching. I like that. Thank you. Doug's not here anymore, but war, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. So this is a fun book if you want to cultivate your creativity in a crucible. You're not writing, but you feel like you want to, you don't know your idea. This is Hatch's Order of Magnitude, methodical rankings of the commonplace and incredible for daily reference by a man of extraordinary genius and impeccable taste, and no ego at all. So, I enjoy the dramatics of reading, the beauty of language. This is a list, the degrees of villain hubris. And I'm going to use a gesture with my blue Band-Aid. I jammed up my cuticle on a stub on a tree today, mowing a lawn, or on a bush. This will be my comma. I'll use it as a comma. And I won't read all the numbers, but the first, I'll just pause between. First is, second is, excellent. Good, just as I planned. There is no escape. My plan is foolproof. It's no matter. Let's just see how they handle my army of robots, kung fu warriors, flying monkeys, etc. What do you mean they've defeated my army of robots, kung fu warriors, flying monkeys, etc.? And it's emphasized with pretty much a interrobang, extended. If you don't know that word, it's a beautiful punctuation mark that means, what the fuck? The exclamatory and the questioning. And apparently there are rare keyboards, or no, not keyboards, typewriters out there from the 1960s that actually have interrobang keys on them. So back to the list, number 7. Guards, seize them! Fools, you're bluffing. I don't believe you. You don't have what it takes to kill me. Curses. Blast. Impossible. It can't be. No. It can't be. No. Why? Arg. So that's just fun to do, I enjoy it. So while I was waiting for the bus, I've had like a chapbook mapped out, Alex, similar ideas about technology and the interaction. I'm not a Luddite, but I'm not going to be a cyborg. So. The collection will be titled Wrestles with Robots. This poem, I don't know what it's titled, and I don't think it's finished, but while I waited for the bus, this is what came out. I'm 21st century low tech. I enjoyed the movie Bubba Hotep. I like doing things old school. Ask your mama and your daddy, they know what's cool. There ain't nothing wrong with fro-yo, or a little pirate yo-ho-ho. And so a salute to anybody that loves jazz or felines. Thank you for mentioning cats, and Juanita mentioning cats, and I think you mentioned cats. So just a little salute there. When the cat strikes with his teeth, dear. And this is about stealing lines. I wrote this right an hour or two ago, right at the break. Trolling for tropes. I want to steal Nancy's lines, to snag and net them like butterflies of curiosity and flutterbys of wonder. For now, I'll incubate and instigate, cultivate, cognate, marinate, and propagate my poetical plunder as it ripples and morphs like Mandelbrot sets, like logos. And Morgan, they say it's your birthday. How's that song? Do you like that better?
I do like that song better.
So have a good time.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
So I've asked Todd Verba if he wouldn't mind playing a little bit more. I'm going to read a few things, and we'll hear from Todd. Say guitar.